All right, Nikki Nardo here. I am here in Dallas, Texas, here with Shauniesa Sisk, and we just had brunch. This is the day after her official VIP day. We wanted to extend it and spend more time together, so I'll be interviewing her. All right, so tell us a little bit about basically what are one of your major takeaways about your VIP day?
One of my major takeaways from the VIP day was to get out there and be yourself and don't allow any of the challenges that you're facing to hinder your progress. For instance, I was sharing with Nikki, I wanted to cancel. I'm like, I don't want to go to that. All my anxiety had built up, but I knew that just preparing for this outing, I knew I had all the tools that I needed to have to execute the mixer that I went to last night. So even just meeting people, I went in there, I was myself. I shared my funny stories. I had just got back from a vacation from the Dominican Republic. So I shared funny stories from that, and it just made like an instant connection with people. And even just allow myself to laugh at people's stories, remember what they were saying to me so that I could go back and ask them more questions. And there were some professions that I didn't even know existed. So just being more curious and intentional with those professionals as well.
What would you say to a woman that is thinking about doing a VIP day in her city? What's the benefit of having a VIP day in your own city?
The benefit is that actually having Nikki to be there with you to coach you before the process and even during and after the process. So like if you have any questions, she's there. And I actually had her like model what I wanted to my outcome was. I wanted to get a connection with people there. I actually ended up getting 2 different connections there. So just having her model that for me. Okay, and the benefit of being in your city is because that's where you are. This is your town, your city. So this is where you need to know where to go out and meet those people at. And I've been in Dallas now for 17 years, and I have never seen that many men in one spot. There was more men than there was women. I'm like, oh my God. So everything that Nikki is saying is true. So I'm going to continue to go to these mixers just to become more comfortable in speaking with people and getting to be more comfortable, in different situations. And Nikki actually brought up something to me that I had no idea. No one ever told me. She told me I needed to project my voice. I'm like, project my voice? What do you mean? I'm like, I just thought there was a loud space and nobody could hear anybody. That's why we're all leaning into each other. But once I took it into what she said, and as I was talking to people, I was projecting my voice. And I felt myself become more and more confident with each conversation.
Good. So one thing about Shauniesa, we've been working together for about 3 years now, and I have to commend her for taking time to focus on things that a lot of times people want to skip. A lot of times you want to skip thinking about family dynamics, right? And improving those things there, improving your friend circle, and things like that. And she's done so much work around that. And I just want to commend her on that. She's been extremely intentional on that, facing some fears, facing some dynamics that have been in place for many, 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 many years. So it's super important to do that first so that you can have the freedom and peace of mind before you start to think about bringing new people in your life. Share with everybody your thoughts about the importance of working on your personal connections first before going out there and meeting new people.
That is definitely the first step before you do anything, because you have to work on those personal connections and also the connection within yourself and how you perceive those connections that you have. So I'll start with the family first. I come from a family where it's like there was not a lot of emotion shown, not a lot of encouragement. So in my dating, even in my personal relationships, I took that everywhere I went. Like there was always an emotional disconnect, wondering if they're going to accept me, how are they thinking about me? Am I doing something right? And that all stems from that childhood trauma. So you definitely have to address and deal with that first before you have any type of relationship with a man or even yourself. Even you have to learn to kind of almost reparent yourself, so to speak, and accept yourself and knowing that what you're doing is good, and just keep going forward from there. As far as the friends go, I was sharing with Nikki earlier that some of my friends are in the process of dating too, and I was sharing with them that I was gonna go out and date online or go out and go to a mixer, and they're like, why are you gonna go there? You're not gonna meet anybody. There's no men there. There's never any men. So then I'm like, okay, you know what? You're still stuck in that past. So I can't listen to what you're saying because you're gonna hinder me in my journey. So again, you have to kind of switch up your friends too, and just not share as much information with them as you would like to share. And the last one is a circle. My circle has changed so many times. And I'm actually in the process of reconstructing my circle right now. even the people who I thought were on my side, they may have been for that time being, but as I progress and as I move and change, so does the circle as well. So for instance, one of my supporters had said that like with online dating, she was like, well, good luck. I tried it. I never got anybody. So that kind of made me feel like, whoa, in my mind, like, okay, you're not going to be my support system anymore. So I have to constantly change the circle as well.
So what message do you have to women that might be in the program right now, and they've been in the program for a little while, maybe a year or two, or maybe not even that long, but they just feel like their results should have come faster? Maybe women that have been in the process and that they, the time expired and they didn't renew, and they feel some kind of way, maybe guilt coming back in or shame coming back in. It's like, oh, I don't want to admit that I didn't get my results. What message do you have to any woman who might be feeling uncomfortable with the idea of pressing through if they didn't get the results in the time that they wanted it?
I felt all those things. I've been in the program now since 2020, and it's 2024, and I've honestly had maybe 2 or 3 dates since then, and they haven't, been lasting connections. But I just had to realize that I had to be patient with myself and realize each dating experience, what did I do wrong? Because it's not the dates, but I do. How did I show up? How did I feel? And just kind of reevaluate every single interaction with the man and see what's going on, and reach out to your support circle, reach out to Nikki, see what's going on, and reconvene and see what you need to do, and see what's getting in the way of that. For me, it was the fact of being rejected, not knowing what to say. And I'm just again sharing with Nikki that I was listening to say something back rather than to see what they had to say, so I can piggyback on that and have genuine conversation. In my mind, I was worried about what's the next thing I was going to say be, and then I'm just like all over the place. And then he's probably like, she's not, nah, I'm moving on. So that was where my disconnect was. So if you are having those feelings, don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid to admit that's what you're feeling, that's what you're going through, rather than just pick it back up and rework it. This is life. We're going to have those challenges and those things that we need to overcome. So continue on, and you can do it. Because here I am. Again, I never thought I'd be at a mixer last night at 2 o'clock in the morning, home, meeting people, having fun, having genuine laughs and genuine connections.
But what do you have to say to women that are in the program that are just like, oh, there are no men anywhere? What message do you have?
I would definitely say that is totally false. Again, last night, there were so many men there, I couldn't even count. There definitely was more men than there was women. And if you're out here trying to navigate on your own, you're probably going to go to the wrong places, because that was me until like last night. And I know that, again, I've been in the program for 3 years, and I know Nikki have said where to go. And again, it was that fear that I had inside that kept me from going. Fear of, what am I going to say? How is it going to think about me? But just overcoming that fear and going last night really allowed me to see that there's men out there in those spaces that Nikki has suggested for us by doing that personality test. So don't be afraid to take that personality test. Don't be afraid to get out there and to make a connection with the guy.
And share with them about the process of the VIP day, about me providing you with some options to choose from as far as events.
Okay, well, once you set up your VIP day with Nikki, she will contact you by email, and she will give you a list of events to attend according to your person, your person of interest. So my person of interest is like, for example, security, IT, medical, and social worker, and education, for example. So finding those different events that have those potential men there, that's how that will work for you.